favorite song. I have many favorite songs. I favor them all differently in different ways. You know, when you write songs, you like all of them, but I think the ones that excite me, there are a few that excite me more than others. One of the problems I found in making this album is because I'm influenced by things that are American, things that are English. I have a little bit of Italian melody in me. There's so many different influences. I found that the songs I've written sometimes are quite different from each other, and it's been a bit more difficult to sort of pull them all together as one product and one album. Although they're all me and they're all parts of me and what I express and the things that I like to write, it's been very difficult to sort of, and it's almost like the album has two separate bits. One is more the American, almost with a country, you know, influence in it, and the other is the more almost psychedelic influence and more complex and more layers of instruments that there is in English music. The lyrics were also an interesting thing to do because the lyrics are very different in America than in England, and so my initial songs were written more with the American feel for the lyrics, which are usually simpler and more straightforward and to the point, and more based on what sounds right for the music rather than the actual nuances within the lyrics. And the English way of writing, which is more similar to the Italian way of writing, is that the lyrics are something per se. So if you take just the lyrics and you read them, they should stand up by themselves and say something interesting. And it's been, for me, a challenge to try to move from the American way of writing to the English way, which at the end I find more fulfilling as well. Well, I think we've managed to, because the sounds we used and the mixing was all done in the same studios, etc. We've managed to sort of give almost a wrapping to the product, which creates the similarity, and they're never going to be the same type. So it's not an album that you're going to listen to and go, oh, that song reminds me of the one before it or the one before that. They're all extremely different, and I mean, some people could say that's a problem, and other people would say that's great, because you know, you're not going to be bored listening to the album. You're going to have one surprise after the other. The next song's going to be quite a different thing than the one before. So in a way, we've decided that we weren't going to make a big issue out of it. We're going to try to, you know, make them as consistent in terms of sounds to the other ones, but at the end we weren't going to make it a problem if they didn't all sound exactly the same. My voice would carry the similarities as well. It's always me singing.